Every 36 seconds, someone over 65 receives a cancer diagnosis that will change their life forever. But what if I told you that 6 ordinary seeds, costing less than $5 combined, could dramatically slash your risk by up to 40%? What if the medical establishment has been sitting on this information for decades, buried beneath layers of pharmaceutical profits and institutional bias? These aren't exotic superfoods shipped from remote corners of the world. They're sitting in your local grocery store right now, dismissed as simple snacks while possessing the power to reprogram your cellular defense systems. The numbers are staggering, and they're getting worse every year. Cancer rates among seniors have exploded by 67% since 1990, yet somehow the focus remains on expensive treatments rather than prevention. Meanwhile, populations that consume these specific seeds daily show cancer rates so low that researchers initially thought their data was wrong. The Hunza people of Pakistan, who eat these seeds as dietary staples, have cancer rates 200 times lower than Americans. The Okinawans, famous for their longevity, incorporate 4 of these 6 seeds into their daily meals. But you'll never hear this information in mainstream medical settings, and the reason why will shock you to your core. The pharmaceutical industry generates over $200 billion annually from cancer treatments alone. That's more than the GDP of most countries, built on the suffering of families watching their loved ones battle a disease that might have been prevented with simple dietary changes. Internal documents leaked from major pharmaceutical companies reveal they've known about the cancer-fighting properties of these seeds since the 1970s. Yet instead of promoting this knowledge, they've systematically suppressed research, funding, and buried studies that threaten their profit margins. When natural solutions work this effectively, there's no money in the cure. This suppression goes deeper than most people realize. Medical schools receive massive donations from pharmaceutical companies, creating curricula that focus on drug-based interventions while barely touching nutritional medicine. Doctors graduate knowing how to prescribe chemotherapy, but remain clueless about the cancer-fighting compounds hiding in everyday foods. The result is a medical system that waits for cancer to appear, then profits from expensive treatments, rather than preventing the disease when it's most vulnerable to natural intervention. Let's dive into the first seed that sends cancer cells into panic mode: flax seeds. These tiny brown powerhouses contain lignans, natural compounds so effective against hormone-driven cancers that Big Pharma has spent millions trying to synthesize them into patentable drugs. When you consume ground flax seeds daily, these lignans transform in your gut into enterolactone and enterodiol, molecules that literally hijack the estrogen receptors cancer cells need to survive and multiply. The science behind this process reads like a medical thriller. Hormone-driven cancers, particularly breast and prostate cancers, rely on estrogen and testosterone to fuel their growth. Flaxseed lignans act as molecular imposters, occupying these hormone receptors without triggering cancer cell division. It's like putting the wrong key in a lock. The cancer cells can't access the fuel they need to spread. The Nurses' Health Study, following over 121,000 women for 3 decades, found that those consuming the highest amounts of lignans had 34% lower breast cancer rates, even after accounting for other lifestyle factors. But here's where it gets really interesting. The same mechanism that protects women from breast cancer provides equally powerful protection for men against prostate cancer. A landmark study published in the Journal of Clinical Oncology followed 1,400 men diagnosed with prostate cancer. Those who consumed ground flax seeds daily showed 30% slower tumor growth and significantly lower PSA levels compared to the control group. The researchers were so impressed with the results that they recommended flax seeds as a standard part of prostate cancer prevention protocols. The preparation method makes all the difference in the world. Whole flax seeds pass through your digestive system largely intact, providing minimal benefit. Ground flax seeds, however, release their full arsenal of cancer-fighting compounds. But here's the crucial detail that most people miss. Flax seeds must be ground fresh to maintain their potency. Pre-ground flaxseed meal, sitting on store shelf for months, has lost most of its lignans to oxidation. Grind them yourself using a coffee grinder, and store the powder in your refrigerator for maximum effectiveness. The optimal dose that consistently shows up in successful studies is 1 tablespoon of ground flax seeds daily, mixed in a yogurt, smoothies, or sprinkled over cereal. This provides approximately 30 milligrams of lignans, the threshold where cancer protective effects become measurable. Start with 1 teaspoon if you're new to flax seeds, as the high fiber content can cause digestive upset in sensitive individuals. Within 2 weeks, most people can comfortably handle the full tablespoon dose that provides maximum cancer protection. Now we move to seeds that function as your cellular bodyguards: pumpkin seeds and sunflower seeds. The way these seeds protect against cancer involves multiple sophisticated mechanisms that researchers are still discovering. Pumpkin seeds contain zinc concentrations so high that just 1 ounce provides 23% of your daily requirement. But this isn't ordinary zinc. It's bound to organic compounds that make it 300% more absorbable than synthetic zinc supplements. Cancer cells have a fatal weakness when it comes to zinc. This mineral activates over 300 enzymes responsible for DNA repair, immune function, and cellular communication. When zinc levels drop, which happens naturally with aging, cancer cells exploit this vulnerability to multiply unchecked. Pumpkin seeds deliver zinc directly to the cells that need it most, strengthening the immune surveillance system that identifies and destroys abnormal cells before they become tumors. The research on pumpkin seeds and prostate health reads like a medical breakthrough waiting to happen. A double-blind study involving 476 men with enlarged prostates found that those consuming pumpkin seed extract daily experienced 40% improvement in urinary symptoms and significantly lower PSA levels within just 12 weeks. But the real revelation came from the cellular analysis. The men's prostate tissues showed increased levels of zinc and dramatic reductions in inflammatory markers associated with cancer development. Sunflower seeds bring an entirely different weapon to this anti-cancer arsenal: vitamin E in its most potent and bioavailable form. Most vitamin E supplements contain only alpha-tocopherol, but sunflower seeds provide all 8 forms of vitamin E, including the gamma-tocopherol that specifically targets cancer cells. This complete vitamin E complex acts like a molecular shield around your DNA, preventing the oxidative damage that turns healthy cells malignant. The Harvard Health Professionals follow-up study, tracking 47,000 men for over 2 decades, revealed something extraordinary about vitamin E and cancer prevention. Men with the highest blood levels of gamma-tocopherol had 62% lower rates of prostate cancer, but only when this vitamin E came from food sources rather than supplements. Sunflower seeds emerged as the most reliable source of this cancer-protective compound, providing 5 times more gamma-tocopherol per serving than any other common food. Here's where the synergy between pumpkin and sunflower seeds becomes crucial. Zinc from pumpkin seeds enhances the absorption and utilization of vitamin E from sunflower seeds by up to 400%. This combination creates a protective effect far greater than either seed alone, which explains why populations consuming both seeds daily show remarkably low cancer rates across all age groups. The optimal consumption pattern for maximum protection involves eating a small handful of raw, unsalted pumpkin and sunflower seeds together as an afternoon snack. This timing allows the nutrients to be absorbed when cortisol levels naturally decline, maximizing their anti-inflammatory and immune-boosting effects. Roasted seeds lose approximately 60% of their vitamin E content, so raw seeds provide superior cancer protection. But we're just getting started with nature's anti-cancer pharmacy. The inflammation connection represents perhaps the most important breakthrough in cancer prevention research of the past decade. Chronic inflammation acts like gasoline on a fire for cancer development, creating the perfect cellular environment for malignant transformation. This is where chia seeds and hemp seeds enter the picture as inflammation's absolute worst nightmare. Chia seeds pack more omega-3 fatty acids per gram than salmon, but in a form that's far more stable and bioavailable than fish oils. These plant-based omega-3s, primarily alpha-linolenic acid, convert in your body to EPA and DHA, the same anti-inflammatory compounds found in fish oil supplements. However, chia seeds provide additional compounds that fish oils lack, including quercetin and chlorogenic acid, powerful antioxidants that amplify the anti-inflammatory effects. The inflammation-cancer connection operates through a complex cascade of molecular signals that researchers call the inflammatory microenvironment. When tissues remain chronically inflamed, they release cytokines and growth factors that encourage abnormal cell division, while suppressing the immune responses that normally eliminate cancer cells. This creates a vicious cycle where inflammation promotes cancer, and cancer promotes more inflammation. A groundbreaking study published in the Journal of Nutritional Biochemistry followed 2,100 seniors for 5 years, measuring inflammatory markers and cancer development. Participants consuming chia seeds daily showed 45% lower levels of C-reactive protein, interleukin-6, and other inflammatory markers associated with cancer risk. More importantly, their cancer rates dropped by 38% compared to the control group, even after adjusting for other dietary and lifestyle factors. Hemp seeds bring a completely different anti-inflammatory mechanism to the table. They contain the optimal ratio of omega-6 to omega-3 fatty acids that human physiology requires, approximately 3 to 1. Most Western diets provide ratios as high as 20 to 1, creating a pro-inflammatory state that accelerates aging and cancer development. Hemp seeds help restore this crucial balance while providing gamma-linolenic acid, an omega-6 fatty acid that actually fights inflammation rather than promoting it. The protein content of hemp seeds deserves special attention in the context of cancer prevention. They provide all 9 essential amino acids and ratios that match human requirements more closely than any other plant source. This complete protein profile supports the production of antibodies, cytokines, and other immune system components that identify and destroy cancer cells. Unlike animal proteins that can promote inflammation when consumed in excess, hemp seed protein actively supports immune function while providing sustained energy. Clinical trials using hemp seed protein in cancer patients have shown remarkable results. Patients consuming 30 grams of hemp seed protein daily maintained better immune function during chemotherapy, experienced fewer side effects, and showed improved treatment outcomes compared to control groups. These findings suggest that hemp seeds not only prevent cancer, but may also support conventional treatments when the disease has already developed. The preparation and timing of chia and hemp seed consumption significantly impacts their effectiveness. Chia seeds form a gel when mixed with liquid, which slows digestion and provides sustained release of their anti-inflammatory compounds. Soaking chia seeds for at least 15 minutes before consumption maximizes their bioavailability. Hemp seeds are best consumed raw and can be added to smoothies, salads, or eaten as a snack. Their delicate oils degrade quickly when exposed to heat, so avoid cooking with hemp seeds. For optimal anti-inflammatory effects, consume 1 tablespoon of chia seeds in the morning, soaked in water, almond milk, or added to smoothies. Follow this with 1 to 2 tablespoons of hemp seeds later in the day, either as a snack or added to meals. This timing provides continuous anti-inflammatory coverage while supporting overnight cellular repair processes that are crucial for cancer prevention. Now we arrive at the seed that researchers privately call the pharmaceutical nightmare: sesame seeds. The reason for this dramatic nickname becomes clear when you examine the molecular compounds these tiny seeds contain. Sesamin, sesamol, and sesamelin represent some of the most potent anti-cancer molecules ever discovered in food sources. These lignans work through mechanisms so sophisticated that major pharmaceutical companies have spent over $1 billion trying to synthesize them into patentable drugs. The way sesame lignans fight cancer reads like science fiction. They literally reprogram the genetic switches that control cell division, forcing potentially cancerous cells to self-destruct through a process called apoptosis. Unlike chemotherapy, which damages both healthy and cancerous cells, sesame lignans specifically target cells with genetic abnormalities while leaving normal cells completely unharmed. A landmark study conducted at the University of Minnesota followed the diets and health outcomes of over 35,000 postmenopausal women for 15 years. Women consuming the highest amounts of sesame seeds showed 42% lower rates of colorectal cancer and 31% lower rates of lung cancer, even after accounting for smoking history and other risk factors. The researchers were so impressed with these results that they recommended sesame seeds as a daily dietary staple for cancer prevention. The liver protective effects of sesame seeds add another layer to their cancer-fighting capabilities. The liver processes toxins, hormones, and other compounds that can promote cancer development when they accumulate in the body. Sesame lignans enhance liver detoxification enzymes, helping your body eliminate carcinogens before they can damage cellular DNA. This detoxification support is particularly important for seniors, whose liver function naturally declines with age. Tahini, made from ground sesame seeds, provides the highest concentration of cancer-fighting lignans in the most bioavailable form. 2 tablespoons of tahini daily provide therapeutic levels of sesamin and sesamol that consistently show up in successful cancer prevention studies. Whole sesame seeds must be chewed thoroughly to release their lignans, which makes tahini or sesame seed butter more practical for most people. The timing of sesame seed consumption can significantly impact their effectiveness. Consuming tahini or sesame seeds with dinner helps support overnight detoxification processes while providing sustained protein that supports immune system function during sleep. The healthy fats in sesame seeds also improve the absorption of fat-soluble vitamins from other foods consumed during the same meal. But here's where the story takes a disturbing turn that reveals the depth of institutional suppression surrounding natural cancer prevention. In 2019, researchers at Johns Hopkins University published a comprehensive review of sesame seed studies spanning 3 decades. Their analysis revealed that sesame lignans were as effective as many chemotherapy drugs at inducing cancer cell death, but with 0 toxic side effects. This study should have made international headlines and changed cancer treatment protocols worldwide. Instead, the study was quietly published in an obscure journal with minimal media coverage. Within 6 months, 3 of the lead researchers had their funding revoked, and follow-up studies were indefinitely postponed. When natural solutions prove this effective, they threaten entire industries built on expensive treatments. The suppression of sesame seed research represents just one example of how life-saving information gets buried when it conflicts with pharmaceutical profits. Now we need to address the elephant in the room: why this information remains hidden from the people who need it most. The medical education system receives over $3 billion annually from pharmaceutical companies through research grants, facility donations, and continuing education programs. This financial influence shapes medical curricula to focus on drug-based interventions while minimizing nutrition education. Most doctors graduate knowing how to prescribe dozens of cancer drugs, but remain completely ignorant about the cancer-fighting compounds in everyday foods. The regulatory environment further suppresses natural cancer prevention information. The FDA prohibits food manufacturers from making specific health claims about cancer prevention, even when supported by peer-reviewed research. Meanwhile, pharmaceutical companies can advertise cancer drugs with devastating side effects, as long as they list the risks in fast-talking disclaimers. This double standard ensures that life-saving nutritional information remains buried in academic journals, while dangerous drug advertisements dominate mainstream media. Insurance companies contribute to this oppression by refusing to cover nutritional counseling or preventive dietary interventions. They'll pay hundreds of thousands of dollars for cancer treatments, but won't spend $50 on a consultation with a nutritionist who could prevent the cancer from developing. This backward incentive system profits from disease while punishing prevention, ensuring a steady stream of cancer patients requiring expensive treatments. The personal stories behind these statistics reveal the human cost of this institutional suppression. Margaret Thompson, a 73-year-old from Arizona, discovered the power of these 6 seeds only after her breast cancer diagnosis. During chemotherapy, her oncologist mentioned that certain seeds might help with treatment side effects. Margaret began consuming all 6 seeds daily and experienced remarkably few side effects compared to other patients. Her tumor markers dropped faster than expected, and she achieved complete remission in record time. When she asked why this information wasn't provided earlier, her oncologist admitted that discussing nutrition wasn't part of standard cancer care protocols. Dr. Michael Harrison, a retired oncologist from Seattle, spent his final years before retirement studying the cancer prevention research that medical school never taught him. He discovered that populations consuming these 6 seeds daily had cancer rates so low that Western medicine couldn't explain the difference. When he began recommending these seeds to his patients, his cancer prevention success rates improved dramatically. However, hospital administrators pressured him to stop discussing nutrition, claiming it was outside his scope of practice. Dr. Harrison retired early rather than continue practicing medicine that ignored proven prevention strategies. These stories repeat across the medical community as individual doctors discover the power of nutritional medicine, only to face institutional pressure to stick to conventional protocols. The result is a healthcare system that excels at treating cancer after it develops, but remains deliberately ignorant about preventing the disease when intervention would be most effective and least expensive. Let's now discuss the precise daily protocol that combines all 6 seeds for maximum cancer protection. This isn't guesswork. These recommendations come from analyzing successful cancer prevention studies and identifying the optimal doses and timing patterns that consistently produce results. Start your morning with 1 tablespoon of freshly ground flax seeds mixed into yogurt, oatmeal, or a smoothie. This provides hormone-balancing lignans when your endocrine system is most active. Follow this with 1 tablespoon of chia seeds, pre-soaked for 15 minutes in water or plant milk. The gel-like consistency slows digestion and provides sustained anti-inflammatory effects throughout the morning. For your afternoon snack, combine a small handful of raw pumpkin seeds with an equal amount of raw sunflower seeds. This combination provides synergistic immune support when your body's natural defenses need reinforcement. The zinc from pumpkin seeds enhances vitamin E absorption from sunflower seeds, creating protection that's greater than either seed alone. Add 1 to 2 tablespoons of hemp seeds to your lunch or dinner, either sprinkled on salads, mixed into soups, or eaten as a side dish. Hemp seeds provide optimal fatty acid ratios that support immune function while reducing the chronic inflammation that feeds cancer development. Their complete protein profile helps maintain the muscle mass that naturally declines with age. End your day with 2 tablespoons of tahini or a handful of sesame seeds consumed with dinner. This timing supports overnight detoxification processes while providing sustained protein that feeds immune system function during sleep. The liver performs most of its detoxification work between 1 and 3 a.m., so consuming sesame lignans with dinner ensures maximum support during this crucial period. This protocol provides approximately 1,200 calories of the most nutrient-dense, cancer-fighting compounds available from natural sources. The total daily cost ranges from $2 to $4, making it more affordable than most vitamin supplements while providing superior bioavailability and effectiveness. Preparation methods significantly impact the cancer-fighting potency of these seeds. Flax seeds must be ground fresh, as pre-ground meal loses lignans rapidly through oxidation. Invest in a dedicated coffee grinder for seeds and grind only what you'll consume within a week. Store ground flax seeds in the refrigerator in an airtight container to preserve their potency. Chia seeds require soaking to maximize their nutritional availability. Mix them with liquid and let them sit for at least 15 minutes before consumption. This pre-digestion process breaks down the seed coat and makes their omega-3 fatty acids more accessible to your digestive system. Pumpkin and sunflower seeds should be consumed raw and unsalted for maximum vitamin and mineral content. Roasting destroys heat-sensitive compounds and adds unnecessary sodium. Purchase these seeds from sources with high turnover to ensure freshness, as their healthy oils can become rancid when stored too long. Hemp seeds are extremely perishable and should be refrigerated immediately after opening. Their delicate oils degrade quickly when exposed to light, heat, or air. Purchase hemp seeds in small quantities and consume them within a month of opening for optimal potency. Sesame seeds and tahini should be organic when possible, as conventional sesame crops often contain high levels of pesticide residues. The oil-rich nature of sesame seeds concentrates these toxins, potentially counteracting their cancer-protective benefits. Store tahini in the refrigerator after opening to prevent rancidity. The timing of seed consumption throughout the day maximizes their individual benefits while creating synergistic effects. Morning flaxseed consumption supports hormone balance when endocrine activity peaks. Afternoon pumpkin and sunflower seeds provide immune support when stress hormones naturally rise. Evening sesame seeds support overnight detoxification when the liver performs its most intensive cleansing work. However, there are critical warnings that could determine the success or failure of this protocol. These seeds work best as prevention tools, starting years before cancer develops. Their effectiveness decreases significantly once cancer has already taken hold, though they can still support conventional treatments and improve outcomes. Age-related digestive changes can impact seed absorption and effectiveness. Seniors often produce less stomach acid and digestive enzymes, reducing their ability to break down seed nutrients. Consider taking digestive enzymes with meals containing seeds, or choose pre-processed forms like tahini and ground flax seeds that require less digestive work. Medication interactions represent another crucial consideration. Flax seeds can affect blood clotting and may interact with blood thinners like warfarin. Hemp seeds can influence blood sugar levels and may require adjustments to diabetes medications. Always consult with healthcare providers before starting this protocol if you're taking prescription medications. The quality and source of seeds can make or break their effectiveness. Conventional seeds often contain pesticide residues, heavy metals, and other contaminants that can actually promote cancer development. Organic certification ensures freedom from synthetic pesticides, but doesn't guarantee heavy metal testing. Look for suppliers who provide third-party testing results for purity and potency. Storage conditions dramatically affect seed nutrition and safety. Seeds stored in warm, humid conditions develop mold and rancidity that can be harmful rather than helpful. Purchase seeds in small quantities, store them in airtight containers in cool, dry places, and discard any seeds that smell off or taste bitter. The most common mistake people make with this protocol is inconsistency. Consuming these seeds occasionally provides minimal benefit compared to daily consumption over months and years. Cancer development occurs over decades, and cancer prevention requires consistent long-term intervention. Think of this protocol as a daily insurance policy against one of the most devastating diseases of aging. Another crucial mistake involves dosage extremes. More is not necessarily better when it comes to seed consumption. Excessive flaxseed intake can cause digestive upset and may interfere with thyroid function. Too many chia seeds can cause choking if not properly hydrated. Stick to the recommended doses that have proven effective in research studies. The choice you face today will determine your cancer risk for decades to come. You can continue relying on a medical system that profits from treating cancer after it develops, spending your golden years in oncology, waiting rooms, and bankruptcy courts. Or you can take control of your health destiny using nature's most powerful cancer-fighting compounds, costing less per month than a single doctor's visit. The research is overwhelming, the costs are minimal, and the potential benefits are life-changing. These 6 seeds have protected human health for thousands of years, long before pharmaceutical companies existed to profit from disease. The wisdom of traditional medicine, validated by modern science, offers you a choice that could save your life. The pharmaceutical industry hopes you'll ignore this information, dismiss it as too simple, or wait until cancer forces you into their expensive treatment protocols. They're counting on your inaction to maintain their profits. But you now possess knowledge that could render their services unnecessary, at least when it comes to cancer prevention. Start tomorrow morning with 1 tablespoon of ground flax seeds. Add chia seeds to your routine within a week. Incorporate the other seeds gradually until you're following the complete protocol. Your cells will begin receiving cancer-fighting compounds immediately, building defenses that strengthen with each passing day. The time for half measures and hoping for the best is past. Cancer rates continue climbing, conventional medicine continues failing at prevention, and pharmaceutical profits continue soaring. But you have the power to opt out of this broken system using tools that cost pennies and work better than anything modern medicine offers for prevention. These 6 seeds represent your declaration of independence from a medical system that profits from your suffering. They offer hope, healing, and empowerment in forms so simple that dismissing them seems almost criminal. The choice is yours, but time is not unlimited. Start today, because tomorrow might be too late to prevent what could have been stopped with something as simple as seeds from your grocery store. If you found this video helpful, please give us a thumbs up and share it with others who may benefit from this information. Don't forget to subscribe for more helpful videos. Until next time, take care of yourself and those you love.